Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Redundancy. My goodness, why are people so afraid of being made redundant? I guess it's to do with bad planning. But let's have a chat about that. At the end of May 2026, I was made redundant from an IT job within the manufacturing industry. So, fair enough, that was fine. But the point here is, I knew it was coming. 2 years ago, I've been working for this organisation for about just over 5 years. Just over 5 years. And the boss that I went in with, Chris, he really pushed the boundaries of technology in the space that he was capable of his capability or his influence. And we made good strides in pushing forward technology within this particular manufacturer of pharmaceuticals. And everything was going great. Chris then moved on and other people took over that had got very little interest. And that's fine. And I knew from that point 2 years ago that the UK team was going to get made redundant, further compounded by the Labour government coming in power. Oh, I've got an itch. The Labour government coming in power and raising national insurance and other taxes from a business perspective. So I knew it was going to be the costs of employing people in the UK from an American perspective, because it was an American company. I know it was founded in Germany. Come on, Susie. I know it was founded in Germany, but it's American, yeah? It's an American company. And they will be looking at the UK thinking, my goodness, from a tax perspective, as a business in the UK, it's very, very expensive to run. So the first tranche of people to leave and be made redundant were the IT teams. Trust me, the rest of the organisation, from a research and development, manufacturing's already going, and research and development will be next. They'll be gone. They will be gone. The whole UK footprint will die. Highly unlikely Andy Burnham will do anything radical, but it is what it is to stop this from happening. But too expensive for the UK. Too expensive to employ people in the UK. Do you find that? The point here is 2 years ago, I knew I'd been made redundant. So I had a choice. I could have hopped to another organisation. And can I get down there? Yeah, I can. And got another job. Still in the same predicament where you're always concerned about redundancy. Let's put that there so you can see the pond behind me. Always worried about redundancy. Not me. I've never been worried about redundancy. I've always planned forward. Let's go further down here. Come on, Susie. She's a heavy breather, Susie. She's as bad as me. You'd think she'd been on 40 cigarettes a day. I don't know. So, one of the things that humans are very good at is not planning. And we tend to put things in the background or we ignore it. In the UK today, the first thing that you should be thinking of is, am I going to be made redundant? And if so, what's the likelihood of being made redundant? And if the case is high on both, then you should be starting to plan and diversify your incomes. I knew this a couple of years ago, so I ended up starting a YouTube channel, which pays enough just to pay off pay off the council tax. Yeah? £200 odd a month. And you should do the same. If I put a bit more effort in, I could raise it to £400 a month, raise it to £800 a month. I really could. Where is the sun? Right, that's where the sun is. Let me stick this in here. You should be planning for the worst eventuality. Do you not agree? Do you not think that... Here we go. Do you not think that you should be planning for the worst eventuality? Let me put that there. And let's go and stand over here. Is anybody coming? No. I do feel embarrassed sometimes talking to myself in front of a camera. There's some nice flowers there. Let's just get that out of the view of the camera. There we are, that's better. So start planning as if you're going to be made redundant. Do that. Stop thinking that you're secure, because you're not. If you are an employee to an organisation, there is a chance that you're going to be made redundant. So plan accordingly. Get your CV up to date. Put your CV on the job boards. Make sure that your CV is made aware to all the agencies and things like that. Don't be afraid of redundancy. Just don't be afraid of it. So, long story short, I was made redundant end of May, was offered a new job driving cars. And now, from a daily rate perspective, I'm earning as much driving cars to customer sites and delivering that car and then catching the train home, or picking another car up and bringing it back to the site. And I'm earning just as much on a daily rate as I was when I was doing 14 hours in IT. And there's no stress in this job. And the guys have said, if there's any stress in your day, then you're doing the job wrong in the driving job. And I've taken that approach, and there is no stress. I just take the car, I deliver it, hand it over to the customer, make my way back to the site to go and collect my car to go home, which is 8 minutes away from my home. Easy life. I'm now out instead of working from home in IT, because I used to be a remote worker. And, you know, I wasn't the only one that was made redundant. I was the oldest one that was made redundant. Most of the IT team that was made redundant were 30 years and younger. And they were shocked that they've been made redundant. They were upset. And I told them over the last 3 or 4 years, diversify your incomes. None of them never did. They don't listen to an old fart like me. They don't listen to an old fart like me. Someone that's made lots of financial mistakes and let go of loads and loads of money over the last 10 years, 11 years. That's a different sort of story. If you want to hear about that story, let me know in the comments. But what you should be doing is, on the understanding loyalty does not exist anymore. Yes, it doesn't exist. Don't kid yourself. It'd be lovely to think that the organisation you were working for is loyal to you. That's not the case. No one's loyal anymore. They can't afford to be loyal. They just can't afford it. And I understand that. Diversify your incomes. Bring money in from multiple sources, including savings and investments. Not necessarily savings, but investments. Savings are a waste of time in the UK at the moment. What you're getting, 4%, which is less than the cost, the cost of inflation in reality. And stop spending the money that you don't need. Don't go and get a PCP Range Rover. Stop doing silly things. You could have never afforded a Range Rover, So why are you getting one on PCP? Stop doing silly things. Don't be afraid of being made redundant. Don't let it be a shock to the system when you are told you are redundant and you are now on your notice period. At best, sometimes you walk in, you're redundant, and that's the end of it. You walk straight out. That's how it is in America. And then they don't pay you a redundancy payment. You may find that your redundancy payment is the statutory minimum. Is that something like 1 week's pay per year worked? That's nothing. What you want to do is work for an organisation that gives you a month's pay for every year worked, yeah? And if you've done 5 years service, that's in effect 1 year's pay at net. Just think smart. Yeah, so I knew I was going to be made redundant, so I kept on going and going and going. And sure enough, everything was looking fine, and then got a message from HR saying they wanted a meeting. A couple of days later, went to the meeting, was told I'm going to be made redundant. Had to go through some consultation period and then go through the process of accepting the redundancy. Well, I'm going to get made redundant anyway, so it's not about accepting it. And then, sure enough, you leave the organisation and get paid your redundancy payment. 30,000, first 30,000 is tax-free. Of course, if you get pay in lieu of notice, you have to pay tax, income tax accordingly. Yeah? Unless you can get the accountant to swing the pay in lieu of notice on top of your redundancy payment, which I did not. Yeah? Which I did not. So just food for thought. Prepare. Get your CV up to date. Make sure that you're viable on the marketplace. There are plenty of jobs out there. Like I say, I'm doing a simple driving job, and from a context, I'm earning the same daily pay that I was in IT. I used to work in IT 8 a.m. through till 11 p.m. at night. I'm doing something similar now. 6 a.m. I get there and come back at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah? Get the same pay for no stress. Go look around. There are jobs there. There are jobs there. People are still buying cars and delivering them. There'll be an organisation in your city that does that. Keep yourself open-minded on what you can do to keep the mortgage paid. Just because you work as an IT architect doesn't mean to say they are the only jobs you should be looking at. Broaden your horizon for the daily rate. By the way, this new job that I've got delivering cars is about £14.20 an hour. So actually now I realise, based on my old IT job, I was just above minimum wage, minimum pay. If you consider working 8 a.m. through till 11 p.m. How bizarre! That was a reality check, I'll tell you that now. Reality check. Tomorrow, I go out in a Dacia Spring, take a Dacia Spring to London, and then go over to Dartford and go and collect a Tesla Model Y and bring it back to the base. And then I get in my car and drive 8 minutes back to home. That's easy. There's nothing, it'll take me, I'll try to stretch it out to 12 hours. Because I've got to charge the cars as I'm going down. So I'll hopefully be able to stretch it out. Right. I am going to go. Did you find this useful? Don't be afraid of being made redundant. Crack on. Plan. Stop ignoring the fact that there is a high potential of being made redundant. Yeah? Crack on with it. Get your CV up to date, get it up on the job boards, even though you're not looking. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is current and up to date and there are no lies in it. Yeah? Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, there's more on this coming forward. If you are subscribed, I thank you very much. I appreciate it. Give the video a like and share it on to someone who's also worried about being made redundant. See you soon. Bye-bye. Come on, Susie. Should we go for a coffee? I think so.